But, ladies and gentlemen, gather around, gather around. It is the magic hour. Gather around, please, for a demonstration on how to smoke a fatty. To smoke a fatty, you need several ingredients. The first ingredient is beer. Oh, let me introduce my trusty assistant here, Mr. Jeff White. He will be handling the smoking of the fatties because I will smoke them, but I have beer and a microphone, so that's kind of hard to do at the time. And he has to wrap it. He has to roll it up. So this is how you do it. You need a big sausage, like this. A big sausage. Taylor would know all about that. Actually, she was the one that got this and picked it out for us. She was the one that knew the right size sausage for us to use to smoke a fatty. Yes. So this is how you smoke a fatty, right? You get this big giant sausage here that Jeff is handling so well. You've done this before, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
He does know exactly how to do it. So you'll cut this giant thing of sausage open, like so. And as you can see, it's uncooked sausage. I shouldn't have to tell you that you need uncooked sausage, but if you didn't know that, then you would need to get uncooked sausage. Anyway, the other ingredients that you need are cheese. You don't have to necessarily use the cheese sticks, but they are more convenient to stuff inside of the fatty. Makes it a lot easier to actually do it, but you can use shredded cheese. It doesn't really matter, right, Jeff?
That's right.
It doesn't matter. Just cheese, any form, lots of cheese. Yeah, the other thing is, too, is the way we roll the fatty, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to roll the fatty this way. This is just the way we roll fatties and smoke fatties. You can do them your own way. It doesn't matter. So, you see what Jeff's doing right now is he's cut the fatty in half because you don't want it too big of a fatty. It makes it easier to handle if it's smaller. Yeah, it's a good idea to take your watch off. So now the other thing is he's got like a kind of a little pico mixture of green peppers and onions. You could use tomatoes. It really doesn't matter what kind of vegetable you want to stuff inside of your fatty. Like I said, you smoke your fatty how you want. This is the way we do it. But we're putting this pico in, kind of stuffing it in there. The next thing he's going to do is line it with cheese. And then the most important part is to get it tight. You want that thing tight. You don't want any kind of leaks. You don't want kind of holes in it. You want that fatty sealed as good as you possibly can get it. Right, Jeff? Get that thing sealed. See how he's rolling it like so? Yeah, you can lick it if you want to, but I wouldn't suggest it. And you didn't hear it from me, because if you do that and you get some kind of sickness, that's your own problem. We're licking pork that's not cooked. So, fatty, that is a ready to go fatty, ready to be smoked fatty right there. Okay, now he's gonna do another one just like this. Are you putting seasoning in there? Oh yeah, most important part, the seasoning. You want to drop as much seasoning or rub onto that thing as you possibly can, because it's gonna sit in that smoke. It's gonna smoke. You're gonna smoke that thing for how long? You smoke it for?
Hour and a half. You want to get it to the right temperature, and all of our meat is the right temperature.
I think that's good. That's important to know. What do you say? 160, 180?
Yeah, 160 is good.
160 for an hour. Smoke that fatty for an hour at 160. That's important. And that's lasted for an hour. These do. That's the amazing thing about these fatties, is that they will smoke for an hour. So, and it's cost effective. So as you can see, once again, he's opened it. He split the fatty in half, and now he's going to stuff it again with oh, you got jalapenos in there in addition to green peppers. Do you have green peppers as well? Okay, so he also has jalapeno in his pico thing, which I should have mentioned earlier. Now I feel like an idiot. We've been smoking fatties all day, so bear with us. And like I said, ingredient number one, we've also been doing that too. Hey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And Cheech and Chong? I want to be Cheech. You can be Chong.
You got the bigger beard.
Cheech always gets laid though. Doesn't he? Doesn't he always get laid? Yeah, but still, he's always the one that almost, okay, he almost gets laid. Almost always gets laid. But sometimes Chong, the only girl that I think Chong got was that chick in where they're in the kitchen and she takes that Ajax. You know what I mean? That's the only chick that he had. Wait, no. In the next movie, he has that really weird hippie chick in the band. That rocks it. Yeah. But he just got a cramp. Yeah, he just got a cramp. So that doesn't count. So like I said, I would rather be Cheech. So back to the issue at hand, smoking fatties. Or a little side break right there.
If you're wondering where we got this sausage, and maybe your fatty isn't as big or whatever, you know, Gold Crown Foods here in town, right? They allow people to come out and shop for the public. This is a 6-pound roll of sausage that you can pick up for next to nothing there. They're over on Barnes, right next to the new O'Reilly, and you don't have to have something this big, but I'd recommend going there to get something this big because basically
Because you can always freeze half your fatty.
You can freeze half of it and save it for later. That is also cost effective. But like you said, I mean, if the place you get your sausage at for the fatties that you're going to smoke, if they're not big enough, you want a big fatty, right? I mean, you want to smoke that thing for an hour, right? So we only got the best, and that was from Gold Crown Foods on Barnes. So get those 6-pound fatties so you can smoke them. As you can see, he is still rolling up his fatty, and now he's going to rub it down. What we call the lick is not actually the rub. But hey, if you guys stick around, we have samples of these fatties you can check out. So just bear with us. We're going to cut them up here in about right now. But we already got some cooked, so you guys can try them out. Yeah, Cheech and Chong. Actually, my dad gave me his copy, and the rolling paper was out of it when he gave it to me. And he didn't tell me that it had a rolling paper in it when he gave me the record, right? And years later, I was like, hey, did you know these Cheech and Chong records actually came with rolling papers? And he's like, yeah, they did. And that was it.
She just said she had one of them, and I said, I inherited the Michael Jackson one.
Yeah. See, you do with what you got, you know what I mean? He's right here, so you guys, I'm sure you want to try some. You sat here and watched us prepare to smoke fatties, which those will smoke for an hour, like Jeff said. And now these fatties we're about ready to go with these things, I think. I'm getting one to myself, that's the only, that one's mine. Don't give anyone that one. Thanks. I want that fatty to myself, I'm going to take it home with me.